Oh, awesome, awesome. So this is the lower intake manifolds. This is for, yeah, these are the throttle bodies. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Okay. And I did not expect them to send me this, but they really helped out. This I'm definitely going to need. The oil filter housing. Wow. Wow, this is very, very helpful. So we have fans here. We have the stock air box. You can see this is just a piece of plastic that comes up like this.
Hey guys, they're playing some more Roblox. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Why is she laughing at me? Why are you laughing at me? What a jerk. I didn't do anything. You're stuck? I'm not stuck. You guys want to know who's actually
What is this,
stuck?
Bella?
There, I got him stuck.
A brain?
And I got her
No.
stuck too.
What is it?
What the heck?
My head.
How did that
No.
happen? She, like,
What's it? No. Stop.
You're stuck
It's attached
now.
to your head.
Alright guys, I've had enough.
Whatever.
Okay?
When you call
People
it
keep
something,
bullying me. I leave
and
the
it's
game for
true,
like 2 seconds, and I end up in the game
lets
fast
go of
forward.
one of its
And this
claws.
jerk
What is
here
it?
laughing
A
at me,
spider.
and this other jerk here is laughing
Okay,
at
that's
me as
one way
well.
to call
So,
it. What
I've
else?
had enough.
Hair.
To turn
No.
evil. Now, where's the evil face on this thing? I think this one? I don't think there's
Tarantula.
any like actual evil face.
It's like a spider.
This one?
A tick.
Starving?
Yeah, close enough. Whatever. We'll just choose this one.
No. Starving?
Bacon Man, friendly neighborhood bacon man.
Starving? Brain? Sucker.
Huh?
Hey, Bear, what do you want to say?
I'm so Barry. I can just twerk on all of you. Twerk.
Okay, time to be evil, guys.
Oh.
The world
Oh,
is a cruel
hey,
place.
Bear, have you
Look,
ever
I
twerked
made
a
the sky
car?
turn red.
Yes.
Kidding,
You did?
but it just went.
Yes, I have.
So you worked on a car?
Yes, and I twerked on it too.
Yeah, so you twerked the car.
Yes, I have.
Nice. Okay, bye.
Anyway, but even more lucky is the fact that I have these rear side windows. They are a little bit hard to find and they do get expensive, so I'm lucky that I found both and they're not cracked or anything. It is going to be a little bit of a pain to take this out because this has some caulking on it, so I have to make sure not to damage that too much. But I think this should be able to come out before all this other stuff. I can graft this onto the other body. But the rear window, I unfortunately do not have. But the rear window I can get in plexiglass, and it's inexpensive. All I need is the molding. I think the molding is somewhere over there. So this should be a very straightforward swap, as far as straightforward swaps go, in terms of damaged Ferraris. But I should be able to put new stuff in, and I should be able to repurpose my old stuff. Now, moving along to this, a lot of you have been asking about this car. I don't want to give away too much about this car, but this is going to be a standalone episode for my channel. I'm going to do like a weekend build on this. I'm not sure if I want to do it with another YouTuber, but this was a race car that I want to save. It does have some history. This is going to be a build where at the end I sell it and give that money to charity. So it's going to be a charity build. I like doing that every once in a while, and also this doesn't need too much, but I just love the way it looks, and it's definitely going to be turning some heads, and it's also going to be a pretty good car to drive, so stay tuned for this car. But one project that I haven't done in a while is the Supra, and a lot of you have been asking about this. I'm actually waiting for a friend on this car. He is a Supra madman. He knows everything there is to know about these cars, and I want to basically get this car done in about a weekend. That includes standalone, that includes turbo, cylinder head, all the gaskets, a 6-speed manual transmission swap, a differential. That's going to be a lot of work, but I think we can just burn the midnight oil and get that done and have this car driving with a lot of power and making a lot of noise. So stay tuned for that. I know you guys have been asking about this a lot. I really do want to drive it. It is kind of growing on me. I wasn't a big Supra fan before, but it is kind of growing on me. This, if you want to know more about this, go to the Wrench Everyday channel. This is Earl Leaker, our Z32 300ZX, and we have a V8 in there. This is getting swapped out. All the drivetrain is coming out, and we're putting it into that 300ZX, which is a 2-seater, and that is in a little bit better shape, except for the engine doesn't work. So check out the link in the description for the Wrench Everyday channel. That's my second channel, and you should check that build out because it's a lot of fun. I do it with my friend Andrew. But you guys have noticed this. You guys have noticed that there's a lot of dust on this car, this SL55, And to be honest, I left this thing on the back burner, and a lot of you have been asking about it. I am very sorry about not including this on my channel. This was the reason why a lot of you subscribed in the first place. And if you don't know, this was a car that I was going to do a manual swap on, and I still am going to do a manual swap. I got some renewed interest after I drove that 430 Scuderia with a manual transmission, and it just made sense in that car. In this car, I ran into some issues as far as the computer. There is going to be a little bit of, there might be some growing pains with this computer and a manual transmission, but this is going to go over there, and we're going to take the transmission out, and that should be, well, we're going to see when we get there. I don't think that everything's going to work right off the bat, but I think something should work, and we should at least get a test drive. But I'm just really scared that the ABS and the braking system are all going to be kind of on the fritz, and this car has a drive-by-wire brake system. It's not like a regular brake system. So if that just starts not working, then I don't have any brakes in this car. So that's a big issue on a car like this. But please don't worry about this car. This is definitely going to get done. I haven't forgotten about it. I'm not selling it. I love this car. I love driving it. And I definitely want to get it painted and have all the body work done. And we're going to get it looking real nice real soon. Right after I get done with this bad boy. It's being taken apart right now so I can take it to paint. The guys at the paint shop, they're not quite ready for it just yet. They're going to be ready for it next week. So right now it's just chilling at my shop while I do other stuff. I'm just making sure that all the body panels are taken off to make it a lot easier for them to paint. Like this, I don't want them masking this off, so I just took off the body panel so they can do like a gloss black on here. Also, this is the original color of the car. Check that out. That's nice. So this car runs and drives great. I wager that it probably will need a clutch sometime in its life. It should be okay for the foreseeable future. And I am getting a new bumper in the next few weeks, so I'm going to take that to the paint shop as well. Right now, it kind of looks really bad, but it is going to look really... Well, hopefully it's going to look really good at the end, because this is the most expensive car I've ever worked on or owned in my life, and if it doesn't look good, then man, I really shouldn't be doing this anymore. Now the question remains, is that Matt Farah's million-mile Lexus? Yes. Moving on to the Lambo, we have, well, my Lambo. You guys know this car, and I haven't really driven it much. I do still have to do the paperwork to get it registered, which I'm a little bit apprehensive on, just because it's going to be a lot of money to register it, and I do really want to do it. Some of you have noticed that it has a little bit of oil coming out, like the oil smoke. That's not really a big deal. These do burn oil on startup. I'm not concerned about that. It does not burn oil when it's under boost, and it doesn't burn oil under deceleration, which means that the engine and all that stuff is fine. I did so many iterations of oil lines and scavenge pumps and restrictors and all that stuff to make sure that this oil system works as it should and it doesn't leak. But I probably still have a leak somewhere under there. Yeah, who knows? But this thing is always going to be, it's a huge project. And of course the top is something that is continuing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I have to get that checked out by a local shop here. But in order to do that, I have to get the car on the road. And I definitely want to get it on the road, because I did go for a drive with Mr. Regular. And he was, he liked the car, but he said that it was very hard to drive. And I don't think it's that hard to drive. I just think Mr. Regular is a little bit of a... So on to this car. This is my $11,000 Bentley that I got from Tyler Hoover, and the engine is about to come out. This is going to be the next thing that I work on, because all it needs is an engine. All it needs is an engine. So it's looking pretty good here. I mean, it is really clean, and I'm going to keep it like this. I have new tires for it, and the engine is somewhere over there, and I have to take out the engine. Comes up from the bottom, which is going to be interesting. I've never done that before, but in the next coming episodes, I'm going to be working on this all week. So if you guys don't hear from me for a while, then maybe send help, because I might have been crushed by a Bentley engine. But on top of those projects, I also did get something that you guys haven't seen yet, and I'm not going to unveil until I get some of these projects done. I don't want to be in the situation where I just have projects pile on top of projects, which has been the case. So you're going to get a new car reveal sometime in the future, probably after this Bentley comes in, or probably when this goes out for paint, because that's going to take quite a while, probably going to take a few weeks. And in that time, I'm also going to do the interior and also send out some of the interior parts to get done in a very interesting material that you guys haven't seen before. Oh yeah, I think I bought another car on top of that. Okay, in any case, this makes me excited. That makes me really excited. The fact that we can now start on the Ferrari build. So feel free to join me. Feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell, because I'm not going to be doing much of anything other than these. So I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Until next time, this is me reminding you guys that on cars like all of these, they all need their own amount of work, but they're all going to turn out to be awesome. You guys need to wrench every day.